it is too easy. I'm going to show you step by step right now, and it's for dummies. If you cannot do that yourself, shut down your computer and do something else, because it's going to be super easy. Let me show you step by step. First thing, I'm going to create a new file geodatabase. I'm going to call it staging, and this is where the data migration is going to happen. Even if I'm going to end up copying the data to an enterprise geodatabase, I'm going to start with a file. Right click that thing and say new feature data set. Give your feature data set a meaningful name. Maybe I call it land records or parcel editing, whatever you want. Make sure you use the right spatial reference. I'm not sure what my spatial reference is, so let me add this shapefile into a new map right now, so I can borrow the spatial reference from this shapefile to this feature data set. So let's do that. And now, once I have the sample data, I can just right click here and say current map, and that's going to be the state plane coordinate system. So I'm going to press run. That's a projected coordinate system. And now I have in my staging a feature data set. Select the feature data set. I think we're in step 3 now, right? Right click and say new Parcel Fabric. That's the thing that's blue here. There's only one blue thing, so you don't even have to read it. Parcel Fabric. Let's call it something meaningful like Parcel Fabric, and press run. This creates the Parcel Fabric, the points, the connection lines, the records, the topology. You don't have to do anything. Just watch it. You can see what it's doing here. Saving the schema, updating, done. Excellent. Now we have a blue thing, a Parcel Fabric. Let's right click that thing and say manage and add a parcel type. You can have many parcel types. Just don't create too many, because they do participate in topology, and give them a name, whatever makes sense for you. These are tax parcels, I think, so let's just call them tax. Keep it simple. Those are not administrative boundaries, so I'm not going to check that option, and I'm going to press run. Let's create a polygon feature class and a line feature class called tax and tax lines for the tax parcel types that we are going to create right now. And it's going to add, of course, a default field to those two feature classes. So, as you can see here, tax and tax lines, they both participate in topology. I didn't have to do anything. Excellent. One little problem. The schemas of my shapefiles, let's go data design, fields. You can see that's a dumb shapefile. It can only design fields. There's no domains, contingent value, attribute rules. It's very limited. And right click on the target feature class, which is the tax, and I'm going to go data design, and I'm going to design the fields, and we're going to put them side by side. There we go. Side by side is this button here. I'm going to drop it here. There we go. It's a bit slow here. And I'm going to select all the fields I want to move. I have a name field already, so I don't need to do anything with that. All the rest of the fields for now, I'm just going to copy and paste them. That's how easy it is to extend the information model in ArcGIS Pro. Copy, and then instead of creating the field one at a time, I'm going to right click and say paste. Can you do that? Copy paste? I'm sure you can. So once you extend an information model, you can press save. Why did we do that? Because soon we're going to append the source data to the target data, and we want all those fields to be maintained. So I'm just going to carry them over right now. Of course, you can get rid of all those fields that have null values and that were never populated if you want to. So good, we have a Parcel Fabric. It has a matching schema. Let's actually add it to the map. When you add a Parcel Fabric to the map, it will add everything you need to the map. So just don't add those individual feature classes, just add the Parcel Fabric. It will ask you, is this for editing or publication? It's for editing. So it will add the editing layers. It's good because we're going to massage them a bit. I'm not sure shapefiles support true curves, for example. So this is something we might look into and fix. So it added the Parcel Fabric to the map. Of course, it's empty. How do we populate that? Well, we go to the Analysis tab and find the Append geoprocessing tool. So Append, you can just search up here for Append. Right, and here we go. My target data set. Well, you can go from the right or the left. I'll go from the right. This is my target data set. It's my tax polygon class. My input data set is this shapefile called HCAD. Sample HCAD stands for Harris County Appraisal District. Did you know that? Something they have in Texas. Now we have the input here. Their schema do not match, so I'm going to use the field map to reconcile field differences. You can even start mapping things to each other, like, do you have a legal area? Map it to the stated area, and so on. And all we have to do is press run. And this will append this sample data. We always start with sample data. Once we figure out the process, we can apply it to all your 10 million parcels. So start with 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, something small. And here we have the data appended in the Parcel Fabric. Was that difficult? Now let's get rid of this shapefile that destroyed our true curves. Let's just remove it. And I'll press remove. Okay, and here we have our parcels here. They should have a name. So if we zoom here, we should see that. Now, here we have all the APN, the assessor parcel number for those tax parcels. Do we have true curves here? Well, there's a new button in 3.5. I can just press this button and I'll see all the vertices around all the basically not true curves here. Can we fix that before we create lines? I would like to do that. Well, let's use another geoprocessing tool, this time from the quality toolbar. In the Parcel Fabric, it now knows there's a Parcel Fabric in the map. And there's a tool here called Simplify by Straight Line and Circular Arc, also known as the SLACA tool. We are going to provide the input, which are our tax polygons here, and we are going to allow a maximal offset. I really don't know what I should use here. Let me use 1/2 foot. So international foot, where are you? We can also go 1/2 meter. Maybe that's a bit too big, but let's just go with that. And radius, I'm going to specify a minimum radius and a maximal radius. I don't want very small curves to be created. And I'm just going to press OK and see what happens. There's no selection now, so it should process all the polygons in this sample data. You can, of course, run it on your entire data. So it's updating the data. We should also update. Yep, sure enough. Look how pretty. This is how this new symbology depicts true curves with that orange. So we can see they were all converted to true curves. That's wonderful. So now that we have that, let me run 2 more tools. That's the last 2 steps. If you're still with me, that's great. One of them is to create parcel records. Basically, how to group parcels together and associate them to the legal source they came from. I just happen to have a field there that says on each parcel where it came from, so I'm just going to use the field, and the field is called record name, but maybe you have a subdivision name or something like that, tract name, and so on. So we're going to run that, and once we run that, we can click on a parcel and we're going to see what created it. We can also turn on the Parcel Fabric record layer and we'll see all the footprints of all those records. So let's do that. So it ran successfully. I can turn the Parcel Fabric layer on. Underneath it, there's the Parcel Fabric records here. and you can see those blue outlines. And if we zoom out a bit, we will see the names of the records each parcel got created from. So that's cool. The only thing we're missing are points and lines. How do we get that? Last tool to run, called build. Just called build parcels. Very simple, build parcels. Actually, build Parcel Fabric. That's the right name. I'm going to put the input Parcel Fabric here and send it to do the work. And that's it. You just watch the geoprocessing finish, and then you can zoom into your data and you'll see points and lines being created. Now, if you had lines, you can also append your lines instead of doing that, right? So, especially if they have good cargo, you don't want to lose those. If you have good points, append those and run build as the last thing, right? So here we have lines, we have points, we have a Parcel Fabric. All we need now is to start working. So this is how easy it is to migrate your data to the Parcel Fabric. This can take 5 minutes, it can take 15 minutes, but it doesn't take a long time. It's basically the append takes the longest time in this whole process. So we wish you good luck, and for more information, this is fully documented. Oh, maybe you find this too difficult. Wait, I have another surprise for you. You can also go to Insert and go to Tasks here. And in here, you go Import and open a task file, and you press Parcel Fabric, and it asks you what type of workflows do you want to do. And let's do some administration here, because I am the administrator. And I already have that one open. Yes. Let's load it again. And here, load data into the Parcel Fabric. Set up the information model, load the data. And so you have step-by-step instructions of what you need to do. If you're the type of person that doesn't like to follow videos too much and doesn't like to read the help doc, you can just use those set of tasks to migrate your data. Hopefully this helps you. I never want to hear again that it's hard to migrate your data to the Parcel Fabric, because it's not. Maybe it was in the ArcMap days. Maybe you ask too many questions. ChatGPT gives you answers based on ArcMap Parcel Fabric, which are completely wrong. So we improved on that area, and it made it super easy. Good luck with your data migration.